Hey everyone, it's been a while. There's a lot of things we could talk about today, and most of it is going to be a lot of things for me personally, not like for others. And let me tell you something right now. A lot of people will say, well, the shop needs to be improved, this needs to be improved, that needs to be improved. And Last Cloudia needs a lot of improvements. I don't even think it could be the shop per se. I would say the spin part definitely needs an improvement. And regardless, it should be for free to play and people that paid for this game that truly do love this game. I mean, I love it just as much as the next person. But sometimes a game needs to be improved, and I don't know where those improvements are coming to. I think the functionality of the game, I mean, that's great and everything, but that doesn't really help me with my needs, I would say, would be the best way of saying it. There's a lot of things that I would have to say, like, okay, so we get like two things here, okay? We have to make a choice. It's either going to be we need to improve the shop, meaning you need to lower prices and make it where it's affordable for everybody. Yeah, you got the monthly and everything. That's great. Whoopee, right? Because monthly don't do anything for me in the time of my need of rolling for somebody. You're going to be throwing a lot of money into this game. You will, even free-to-play players will throw a lot of crystals into this game, and they won't have anything because the problem is when you get to that late game and everything like that, your probability of getting something comes less and less. Even veterans will suffer the same way unless they have to pay for something. So Last Cloudia needs to make a choice here. Do they increase the probability of getting a character? So rather than having a flat line, every time you roll on a character or a banner, whatever you would like to, say so, I think it should be like banners like these, because they throw you like a whole bunch of different units into these banners, okay? Which makes absolutely no sense to me. But if we want to go down that road, that's okay. But here's the thing. You need to actually increase the probability of giving me this character because this is what I'm truly rolling for, and I'm not trying to roll for anything else. So please increase the probability of this particular character rather than saying, well, good luck. Yeah, well, you didn't get this character. You might as well roll again. Hey, you didn't get that character. You better roll again. Hey, you keep rolling. Hey, keep rolling. And there's no... Oh my God, excuse me. Terribly sorry about that. There's no like anything good that comes out of it because you're flatline. So what I mean by flatline is your probability doesn't go up. So most gacha games, they do have the part where like Genshin Impact. I don't like Genshin Impact, but my friend tells me every time you roll, you have more of a chance to grab a character that you are rolling for. And which is a great idea, honestly. Every time I'm rolling for something, my probability of getting something should be increased depending on the banner that I roll. Maybe they should say, oh, well, this is a rate up banner, so every time you're rolling on it, your chances of getting this character is going to be increased. But I don't think Last Cloudia would do something like that. And if they do something like that, that's great. Now, if they don't want to go down that road and they want that probability to be less, well, bring down the prices of the shop, okay? These prices need to go down because they're kind of outrageous when you look at them. You're spending $100. This is not even worth it. I mean, most people look at this and they say this is definitely worth it. It's not worth it. You need to bring these prices down. They need to go down. All right, that's outrageous. That's crazy because like if you look at one, right? If you want like, hey, I want a paid version of crystals for 3 cents. That's only one roll. What good is that going to do for you in that one roll? That isn't enough to get you a paid item. It's outrageous. You be throwing more crystals, and the thing is though, these crystals, they don't increase your chances of getting a new character either. They are very good at grabbing items for the character or the equipment. But if you don't get the equipment for this character, what good is it? What good is it? Oh, you got an item. Who cares? You don't have the character. Because you want to know why? Let me tell you why. Oh, when I say that, the game's like, oh, hey, listen, just you gotta calm down, man. Like, you can't be saying that. Hold on, I'm sorry. We need to look for the trading space. Okay. Let me tell you why. Because let's say you do get this equipment. Well, it's only gonna be used for this character. That's always been like that, and that's okay. That makes sense. But it doesn't make sense if you gotta keep rolling for the character and you got the item. Don't mean anything to me. Anyways, this right here needs to be improved 100%. I think that's what the general population is thinking right now, is like, hey, listen, you need to improve this. All this is not okay. Let's go to the next thing I think that truly needs to be improved. Okay. Arcs. Yes. Oh my god, please improve this, because this would make me happy. What it needs to be improved about this is that, rather than looking for all of this and going down, scrolling down, and scrolling down, looking for what you need, how about we put not like this filter. Okay, this filter is garbage. It's good to look for certain things if you know what these arcs are, or if you just want blue and red, that's okay. But the thing is, though, how about we have a filter where you type in, I want to look for critical, okay? So it brings the list of arcs that have critical skills that you can learn, okay? That's great. That would save me so much trouble of looking for something. Or poison counter, poison power, whatever, fury, or whatever you can find online that can help you out, okay? Like, maybe you're like, oh man, I don't know if I have this arc. Well, you're not gonna know what these arcs are, because they're just gonna be a pain in the butt to look for. You know, you'd be like, oh shit, I don't know, did I miss it? Did I scroll past it? I don't understand. Where am I going? I don't understand. This needs to be improved. Like, this needs a revamp to look for things, okay? Because these filters, they're great in a certain particular way, but this is useless right here. I mean, the only thing that's useful for me, I want to say, is the level of the arc, because it makes sense of like, oh, okay, well, I'm looking for powerful arcs, you know, and this is the way of doing so, because I level up the most powerful arcs, you know, things like that. This needs to be improved. Okay, the next thing I would have to say is the unit skill tree. Oh, this 100% needs to be improved, because let me tell you something, okay? I cannot stress it enough to have to go like this every time. Just give me a second. Let me just open it up and skip this part, because that's just annoying, the animation. Anyways, going like this, like going, I mean, yeah, you get things to go in a line that go and meet that match, and then you go over here, you do that, you do this, you go over here, you do that, you do this. Why not have something up here that says, or wherever you want to put it, honestly, I don't really care, but I would assume you put it up here, because down here would, I mean, it could go down here, but I think it would get in the way, to be quite honest with you. Wherever you want to put it, or however you want to do it as a developer, make it where it unlocks all of my abilities, rather than going step by 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 step, and then I gotta go look back and I'm like, oh man, what did I miss? You know, sometimes you miss that one thing, like something, like, you see that thing right there? Yeah. You'd be like, what did I miss? I don't understand. Like, because they'll say like sometimes you miss an ability because you go like this, like so much, like over here, then you go like over there, and then you gotta zoom in, you gotta figure out what you missed and things like, just make it where I can unlock all of my abilities at once, okay? And give me the rundown of what I need. Now, let's say you don't have all the materials. Most people will quite honestly say, you know, because materials are everything in this game for the moment. Well, just do how you normally do it. Like, just go here. Oh, like, oh, I only got enough crystals to do this, so I can only do these right here. This makes sense, okay? It's like, oh, I need to think of what I want to do with my crystals, or if I want my other characters to do this. But essentially, when you play this game, you're really, especially if you're new, you want to do one character at a time, and you max them as fast as you can. However, new players won't be able to do this, and so essentially it would just teach them, like it already does, oh, I gotta do this, you know, oh, I want this at first, and to get them used to the skill tree and what's all in it, because it's already doing that kind of thing. That's already in the tutorial already. That needs to be improved. Okay, I truly do think that needs to be improved. We already covered the arc, unit, and the shop. Yes. Okay. Another thing is the AI in this game it's I don't know, like, I want to say it's bad and good at the same time. There are good times where a healer obviously will pop what it needs to heal, and then the same time is the only reason why it pops it is because there's an animation stop where the healer will heal with God Heal, and that's a good example of something. God Heal will freeze the gameplay, and they will heal your unit when they drop to 50%. If they're not being hit or staggered, paralyzed, blind, and things like that. Now, if you have normal heal, like heal wind or things like that, they don't pop right away. And sometimes the AI will forget to heal. So if it gets hit enough, it won't heal anymore. It just completely stop. I think the AI needs a big revamp, in my opinion. I don't think it needs it now. I think the AI is fine for now. I think the other things need to be improved on, the search of the game and things like that. AI definitely needs to improve on. Just in general, like, oh, I would leave this last on my list. I wouldn't care if they even bothered with it. Honestly, it's not a big deal, but it can be really annoying at times. Excuse me. Guild battle. Oh, man. Definitely, I don't know, big improvement or not. As you can tell, there's no one in my guild, and that's okay. I don't really care. But if I do get people out of nowhere, okay, why is that even there? Like, covering this, like this, whatever. The guild battle definitely needs, I don't know about needs improved, because I haven't really joined a guild to actually experience it myself. But this needs to be brought down. Like, rather than the number of players of, you need 20 to join, how about you make it where it's accessible of, like, a variety of players? So, for an example, let's say if you're a small guild, not me, because this wouldn't be considered a guild at this point. Just me and my friend. There's no way. For an example, what if we took it where it's like, okay, this guild is focused on 15 people, so once you hit 15 max, you can't go above 20, so make sure you understand this, blah, blah, blah. Or this 10 guild, you know, things like that, you know, would benefit people and want them to play the game. Or where you can have, okay, you can have 20 people, but out of the 20, like the 5 extra people could be benched when it comes down to guild battle, because not all 20 people are going to be there. But to have bench players would be a smarter idea. Maybe 15 would be the best to join a guild entry battle, would make more sense. Because I'm not saying I've been into a guild battle to understand, but who in the right mind is going to think that 20 people are all going to be there in time? Especially with people's, like, time issues with, like, okay, you could be like Mountain Time, Eastern Time. This person could be Central Time. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, like, sometimes it doesn't work. That doesn't mean it won't work or it will work. It just says sometimes, depending on people's players' perspective. But to have 15 and then 5 sub bench just in case those 5 couldn't make it, or 2 or 3, whatever number of people didn't make it, it's right there for them to join in for those people that are benched, okay? Or they're just ready, they're there to be ready, or somebody can't make it, they're just there, okay? There's a lot of things that Last Cloudia needs to be improved on, but for now, that I think that is the general idea. And I almost had a stroke there. The general idea where I feel like, hey, this is the improvement that Last Cloudia needs to focus on. Now, a lot of people were going to say, the shop. I think there's more to the shop, okay? The shop is definitely need that improvement and everything. But, you know, improvement arc, the skill tree to get it better. I mean, the AI needs to be improved. The guild battle needs to be improved. Granted, the guild battle, is still relatively new. So I can't really say too much about that. But for now, I would say, yeah, you're not done here. You need to fix this. You need to make it where it's better. The arena, I played with the arena. I think the arena's fine for now. Like, it's okay. It's not bad, but I'm pretty sure I would say the arena would need a revamp too. But overall, I mean, that's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning in and listening to my, exclusive thoughts. Have a wonderful day and be safe, my friends.